guys, how are you? I'm so glad that you're here. Now, the purpose of bringing you here and inviting you to this meditation course is so that you can understand what meditation is. I mean, there are so many different types of meditations out there, but the idea behind what I'm trying to get to is I didn't really go looking for a specific form of meditation. I just wanted to focus on me, focus on the anxiety I was feeling, the depression I was getting into, and figuring out why that was there. So I needed to go inside my own self to find the answers. And no matter where you go in the world, any therapist that you come across, they're all going to basically try to get you to that very place. But it's something that you can do on your own. You may need help from a therapist to go a little bit deeper, to really root things out. But if you continue to make meditation a practice and you really get deep into that space of nowhere, nothing, no time, it's a void of just pure love. And you get into that space where we go to, when we go to sleep, obviously, just before we go to sleep is the ideal place where we call it the theta part of the brainwave, which I'll talk to you about inside of the course. So you don't need to worry too much about what that means. But it's where we turn the dial down on the volume of the brain, of your mind and your thoughts. And turning that volume down, turn the brain waves down, which then allows you to access that part of your mind where you store limiting beliefs, you store all your memories, and you can access them and find out where issues are coming up for you. Another thing that people use meditation for is just to relax, just calm the mind so you don't have to access anything or try to find the answers to anything. But it's also just turning the dial down, turning those thoughts volume down, excuse me, so that you can just give the brain a base to restart. It's almost like rebooting the computer so that when you get out of the meditation, you feel more zen, more relaxed. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Now, whatever you want meditation for, it could be just for relaxation, it's for energizing the body, it's for creating the future that you want, for clearing out all the negative self-talk or the negative things that you come across each day that that are within you and stopping you moving forward, stopping you being the person that you want. And there's a subconscious program in there that needs coming out. You can use it for that. So just like self-hypnosis, just like rapid transformational therapy, just like all the therapies out there where they put you into hypnosis, it's the same sort of area you're trying to get to, that space of complete, deep relaxation. Now, I always say to people who ask me about meditation and how it worked for me and how I healed my heart condition, which I'll talk about in a minute, I would say meditation is not something you try. It is a practice. So a lot of people say, oh, I tried it and it didn't work. Well, you didn't really practice it, is what I would say. So it's something that you go into it the first few times, maybe a few weeks, you're doing the same thing over and over, and you feel like you're not getting anywhere. But if you keep going at it, you will get to that place. I guarantee it. Because if you're following the instructions and you're allowing yourself to truly just relax and let go, you will get there. There is no doubt about it. Also, it's, like I said, it's a practice. So it's something that you have to commit to doing very regularly. I do it every single day, and I do it for an hour and 15 minutes. Because of the specific meditation that I'm doing. But you can do it for less. Some people do it for 10 minutes. Some people do it for 20 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever. I started at 20 minutes because I wanted to allow myself to sit down and really, feel the discomfort, because when you start meditation, you will feel uncomfortable, because you're going into a space where your body is unfamiliar with it. And so, of course, your subconscious mind, when you go into an unfamiliar place, its job is to protect you. It's saying, what are you doing? Don't do this. Let's not change, because so far you've been fine. You're still alive. So you may be going to this place and then something really bad might happen. So you may not be safe. So it's trying to talk you out of it. So you sit there in meditation, you start wiggling, and you're getting uncomfortable. You feel that itch on your nose. You're hearing things like you need to get up and do something. And it's just training the body like you would train an animal to sit down and ignore all of those feelings. And over time, you will be able to quiet your mind, because there's only so much you can do before the subconscious mind starts accepting the information that you're trying to give it. It's like going to the gym for the first time. It's like, it takes a lot of willpower to get yourself there. And when you get yourself there, you got to go on all these machines, and you got to do some repetitions, to reinforce this strength that you're trying to develop in your muscles and in your joints. And over time, something that the 5 kilogram weight is suddenly not heavy enough. So you move to the next level, and you move to the next level, and you move to the next level. It's exactly the same for meditation. It's like training your mind. And too many people are not doing that, because it's the most important part of your body. It's your brain. It's what interacts with the whole of the rest of your body to tell it how to do, what to do, when to do, so that you are living and thriving and being the best version of yourself. So if you can train your mind, as opposed to letting your mind kind of take you where it feels like, if you can train your mind, then you can basically steer your life into the direction you want it to go. So the negative behaviors that you're getting. So for example, if you're got negative self-talk, you blame everybody for everything, you complain a lot, whatever it is, if you find that you are just automatically that person, that downer, you're always in that negative space, that's a subconscious program, and you can rewire that program by inserting new beliefs, new thoughts, which creates new behaviors, so that you start living a more positive, uplifting, and fulfilled life. And so that's why I'm putting this meditation on. So it's not about sitting there for 3-4 hours and zenning like the Buddhist monks do. It's nothing like that. It doesn't have to be spiritual. It's just about energy. It's increasing the energy, because we're energetic beings. We're 99.9% physical, energy, and 1% physical matter. So this body that I'm standing here in is only 1% of who I am. The rest of me is like 9 feet wide. So we're bigger and more vast than we think that we are. And when we can interact with that energetic part of us, which is what you do when you meditate and you fill your body with light and go into that space, you're basically expanding the energy. You're filling it with light. You're renewing yourself, which is what renews the body, which is what causes the body to heal. So to go into my story, I suffered from anxiety for a very, very long time. Well, since I was a kid, because I was physically and emotionally abused. And there was, the way in my culture, it was like you just suck it up and you just move on. Everybody had to go through the same thing. Well, not everyone, but a lot of children were brought up really harshly where I come from. And they had to learn how to just deal with those feelings. Most of us kind of just stuff them down, and we pretend that everything is okay, because that's what you had to do. Otherwise, you're going to get laughed at, you're going to get jeered, you're going to get, pointed at and called names and stuff. So you had to conform to be someone else. But in doing that, you haven't dealt with the anxiety. I didn't deal with the anxiety because I didn't know how. So I just thought all those feelings, I had to hide them away. So I grew up as an adult doing exactly the same. I'm naturally a happy, fun, loving person. But I just found myself, when I was with people, I would show that side of me. But when I was alone, I was always feeling really down, really depressed, really just sad. And also when I was with people, the anxiety that was there was, it was social anxiety and other forms. But then I had to overcompensate because I wasn't sure how to communicate with people, but I had to learn from others in order to then project that. And so people would look at me because I'm tall, you know, and the way I carry myself. Then they think, oh, she's very positive and she's got it all together and she's very confident. But they had no idea what was going on. But my body knew. And of course, when your body knows that you are in pain, it's going to try to tell you. It's going to try to tell you. So I used to get these things called, I used to have this condition called supraventricular tachycardia. I probably still have it. But I used to get these symptoms of racing heartbeat where my heart would just trip out of the rhythm that it's supposed to be in, you know, that boop, 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 boop. And then it was just going boop, 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 boop. So I was having 200 beats per minute from my heart. You know, I think the highest it was is 218 beats per minute. And being hospitalized 5 to 6 times a year because of it, so that it could give me drugs to get my heart rate down. I mean, it wasn't directly life-threatening, but over time of having this, it could cause the heart to enlarge, and then you end up with, you know, heart failure later on as you get older, and I didn't want that. And so of course the consultants, 3 times I went to a consultant, 3 different consultants, and they all told me the same thing. They need to do an ablation surgery where they had to put a wire up my groin all the way up to my heart and burn out one of the pathways of my heart. And I was just like, hell no, not me, not today. So I had to learn how to heal myself naturally, and meditation was what did it. Meditation was what taught me to do it. It took me some time, believe me, it took me time, but I had to persevere in order to get there. And I know that you can do the same. So you might not have a heart condition, but you might have a panic attack, you might have phobias, you might just have underlying currents of anxiety, fear of going out in public, talking to people, whatever it is, you know. It could also be not being able to seem to procrastinate in everything that you want to do. So if you're a business person and you've got this new project that you want to take on, you find that you can't really get to it because what? Because you are scared. You feel like you're not enough. Nobody's going to listen to you. Nobody wants to hear what you've got to say. You're going to be laughed at and judged. All of those things that we think about based on our subconscious program. Now, in order to get rid of that, you can do the meditations. Self-hypnosis is a form of meditation, in my opinion. Or you can see a rapid transformational therapist, hypnotherapist. Now, rapid transformational therapy is what I do. My business is Twilt, National Watch Lifestyle Therapy, and the therapists there basically take you to that part of your subconscious by using hypnosis and get to the root cause of whatever the problem is that you're getting. So if it started from your childhood, your subconscious mind will take you back to where it started, and we will analyze it, pull it out, and then replace it with something more fulfilling, something more productive, proactive, so that when you start going about your day-to-day living, things just happen naturally for you. So when you used to be sad and pushing things away, now you are finding yourself actually walking to situations that you were scared of before. Now you're actually letting yourself do the things that you wouldn't do. So meditation does the same thing, but rapid transformational therapy gets you there a lot quicker. So the sessions are 2.5 hours, and once you finish a session, we give you a bespoke recording based on everything that we've done, and we've extracted all the positive things that you want to do and want to live, and you listen to that recording to rewire the information that we've just discovered back into your subconscious. So we've taken out the bad stuff and we're putting the good stuff in, and so you start behaving in this positive way quite naturally. Okay, but you can do meditation, and you can do meditation just purely for chilling, and it's just a great practice to have. Like I say, I can't live without a meditation because it's like I have inundated my life with giving back. So I'm very busy, so sometimes I need to switch myself off and restart, and it's nice just to turn the computer off, turn it off, and then turn it back on again. And that's what meditation allows you to do. Now, I've rambled on quite a bit, and I hope that all makes sense. And please go through the course, reading the information, listening to the videos. And if you have any questions, you know where to find me. You can find me on Facebook, you can email me, and I will get in touch with you. There will be also a Q&A session scheduled so that you can be a part of that. So you can ask any questions that you want to have. Okay, and yeah, let me know how you're getting on as you progress. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you and seeing the results. Thank you.